us one and only Jeremiyah Love, my number one player in the class. Uh, he
Hmm.
is as good as it gets. Like, just that plain and simple. And I think all we're going to do from here till now, and we're already doing it. Like, that's what's fascinating is I just didn't think it would come this fast. But again, draft discourse travels so fast. Is at what pick does he become too good in a draft like this where there is limited blue chip players and there is no question this guy's a blue chip player. But let's get into the scouting report before we do everything else. His pros, he's the number one explosive home run hitter. He's more explosive on paper in advanced analytics than Gibbs was, and we've seen
Yeah.
Gibbs translate to the next level at quick and simple, quick and easy. His reacceleration, like the way he reaccelerates after dealing with somebody in the open space, is something that's just special. Like I couldn't get enough of when he's in conflict in the open space, he can just get back up to that gear in an instant.
Yeah.
He has a run finisher mindset. He'll go through when necessary. He'll go around you when necessary. He both in the pass catching and blocking. It's a plus. The guy doesn't have to pass block. He can do that too. Like that's just another thing. And then every ounce of production was desired in 2 years, almost 200, 2,500 yards, 35 touchdowns, almost 7 yards a carry both seasons as a sophomore and junior. Just everything you could look for. The only cons I could look for, he's lean. He's got a lean build and only had 20 plus carries in a single game 3 times. Has the tools to be a 3 down, but is it the size? Do you kind of want to hold him back? Is this kind of a let's drop him in like a Gibbs situation year one, and then we can kind of ramp him up before um, he hits that like peak that we want him to hit? And then number two,
Yeah.
we deal with this as college football fans weekly. Benny likes to hurdle. Is that bad or good?
Oh
That's
my
that's the next
gosh,
part
dude,
that
that was
I threw in here just to
he
throw
puts
in here.
compromised positions. Yeah, it's
I'll never forget what was it. It was that Penn State game where he was playing with like the sprained MCL or something,
sure.
and they one of the sideline reporters had talked with Marcus Freeman, and he'd mentioned the hurdling. Like I can't do it. He hurdled like in the first quarter of that Penn State game. It was just like I don't care, man. I'm going for it. He is truly amazing. Um, and no notes, man.
Yeah.
What did you see from Love? Do you see him
No.
very similar to me?
Yes. Yeah. No. He's a top three player in this class in terms of grades. There are a couple defenders that might give him run for his money as the number one player, but he's top three for sure. Um, that being said, no, I see him very much like the same way you do. You could talk about like some like him being like having some concern with like the smaller frame. It doesn't affect him. Like he still has very good contact balance. Like that Penn State touchdown that he had in like the left corner of the end zone,
Yeah,
where
that's
he
just
just
not fair.
bounces off of like five players and still somehow like dives in for the touchdown with like three guys hanging on him. You're just like, what did I just watch? Yeah, as you said, it's just unfair. So I mean, I just second everything that you say. The only other thing that I would add is like, I'll put it in weakness, but like uh, he didn't get a lot of pass work in terms of like a pass catcher. Like it was fine, but I'm not like the reason I'm hesitant to put it in like a weakness category is because I don't think it's like a matter if he can't do it. It was just more so like he wasn't necessarily
Do it more.
asked to do it. Yeah, I'd like to see you do it more. Like if you're gonna be Jameer Gibbs,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to catch more passes. um, but like that's truly, I mean, like that is it. Like we're like nitpicking with this guy. Like it is he does like everything that you would want. He has that elite speed and acceleration to hit the home run plays. He has contact balance enough to be able to get it done in the goal line when asked to. He's patient and lets the blocks come to him and he sees open lanes. He has never fumbled the football. He has no fumbles. Like he protects the ball well, even despite trying to hurdle guys every single time he oh my goodness. Every single time he is on the football field. Like it is all glowing and positive things that you can say about him. And like even to like a leadership standpoint, like the guys at Notre Dame love him. Like shocker, they love their good player. But like he seems like just like a good culture guy too. As you said, it's only positives out of him.
Yeah, I have a question for you specifically. Um, did you end up watching any of the Syracuse tape?
I apologize. I am just I don't know, I'm coming down with something here, I guess, guys. I have like this is my third coughing attack this episode. Um Yeah, no, the Syracuse stuff was ridiculous. Like, are you kidding? That was like in real time, even when it happened. It was fun going back through and watching it. But like in real time in the Syracuse game, you're like, what in the world am I watching
He
right
played like
now?
15 snaps.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and how many touchdowns did he have? 3 touchdowns or something like that?
yeah, there's
Yeah, three
cut-ups
touchdowns.
all over. There's cut-ups all over everybody. Even if you're not like a film, 15 snaps, you can go watch Jeremiyah Love against Syracuse. And like, yeah, Syracuse was not good this year. And yeah, maybe they weren't up to the snuff of a P4 team. It doesn't matter. It's like it's still so fun to watch a player look like this against other college human beings. Like this isn't high school. Like that really happened. That was just some of my favorite piece of tape that I had watched this season. But
He had
this is
8 carries, 171 yards, averaged 21 yards a carry, and 3 touchdowns. Like it was just,
yeah. And then he had the
it was
Navy
peak.
run where he like rolled, but he stayed up.
Yep, yep.
This yeah the re- He's my favorite player. I've probably watched more of him than any other player.
I don't blame
But
you because he's so much fun to watch.
I'm so excited for where he goes, and I'm hoping up here. But um, so this is where you get. I mean, this is where we get irrational, right? Like, where would you stack him up in a Bijan Jeanty world?
Bijan, I don't want to say a player will never reach Bijan's status, but like I don't want
I
to say
agree.
Bijan is in a tier of his own, but it's Bijan is better than
Mm-hmm.
him just because
Mm-hmm.
of everything Bijan was able to do as a pass catcher and the element he brought that like Jeremiah Love just didn't show on tape. So Bijan's definitely like there. That conversation starts then with Jeanty or Jeremiah Love. I've gone so back and forth on this
Mm-hmm.
so many times. I I think it is very easy to like revisionist history and say like Jeremiah Love just because Jeanty didn't have like this stellar year that we wanted to. But when it's all said and done, in terms of grades, Jeanty had a better grade than Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm.
I had more fun watching Jeremiah Love, but Jeanty had like just a slightly better grade for me than what Jeremiah Love does. So it'll be Jeanty, but like it is like by the skin of their teeth, these guys are that good. But is it different? Do you view that the same or?
Yeah, I have Love just enough over Jeanty.
Yeah,
I think it's again, it's all preference and what you're viewing. Like, if you're sitting here and you view the contact balance and the power within, that 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, Jeanty is the guy. And the
yeah,
Bijan's in his own little tier. I don't think
yeah,
anybody's been created to be a better running back than Bijan Robinson in history. And no, it's
Correct.
not because I'm just a Texas fan. Um, and then for Love, what's going his way is just the explosive element.
Yeah.
And think about Jeanty last year. Jeanty did fumble the ball quite a bit. So, and that's another part with Love that I think uh, I think just goes under the radar because you just don't think about it. But it's good to not think about a guy who just doesn't fumble the football. Um, but I would give the edge just enough to Love if I'm sitting there saying one or the other. Again, like you said, maybe it is. Maybe I am watching the limitations that he had at the next level, and I'm kind of like, I just don't think Love has those. And those will
Yeah.
translate better at the next level after seeing him do it. But yeah, I think it's a fascinating conversation, um, just because of you know back to back years we get running backs like this that we have
Yeah.
to we have to talk about that are historic like this. I think that's a lot of fun because I think it's a position that entices a lot of the outside of the draft community just because of the fantasy football circles and um, overall, like him being from Notre Dame and things like that. But uh, yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of fun when he gets selected. Do you? Where do you think his range starts? Do you think it's at 4 with the Titans now at this point?
I
Because
think
it's
it's
tough because you
three,
don't want to
man.
rule out 3.
Like I think I there's nothing stopping me from the Cardinals just taking him. It's similar, like
Okay.
everybody did that thing for the Raiders last year, and I'm like, no, 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 M'Boo's there. They need a right tackle. What are you talking about? Like, no. And then they took him, right? Like, I'm not going to fight it this year. I'm not. I'm just going to embrace it. And when you think about that running back room now, adding Algier, they have Connor, who's kind of aging, has one more year of like guaranteed money. So I think there is kind of a like handshake here, like send you on your way. Trey Benson is kind of a nothing at this point, right? Just because of the
Yeah.
injury history
The
coming into the
injuries.
league, and now he's got another one. So Trey Benson is not stopping you from any decision in the running back room, but so that's where
Yeah.
like Love comes in, and it's if you're sitting there with the number one grade and you're looking around at the division, you want to find a way to create your explosives. I, I I think Love could be in play. I think it's the longest shot. I think Tennessee is much more realistic and palatable to, explain away. But I think that I think 7 is his absolute floor at this point, with the way the Commanders have like divvied up their free agency resources. To be honest,
Yes. Correct.
I really
Yeah.
think they're counting their chickens, saying this guy's going to be around. And again, I know they didn't spend on receiver, but I think when you're putting these receivers up next to Jeremiah Love and that running back room currently, it's just Krosky Merritt right now, right? So
Yeah.
they could definitely use one. So I think 7 right now is where I'm looking at him.
I have to ask because of that logo that's right there on your forehead.
Hmm.
Does in coming off of the back of the free agency show, does ETN prevent you from taking this guy if he gets to 8?
I don't think so. I don't think it should. Is what I'll say because like I how many guys are truly like stopping you from ever taking a player like this? I
Yeah.
think that's the part that I get into where it's if the Saints are really trying to create this like explosive backfield, like that's how you do it. I get dropping another guy who's pretty similar to the style ETN provides, but is it weird that I think ETN is just like it's just insurance, like in case he doesn't fall to us? But
Well,
it,
and that's the big thing. Like I don't think he gets to you guys at 8, and that's why you guys got ETN. Like if you guys were comfortable, and that's the reports that came out, right? Like
mhm.
if you guys were like if you thought he was gonna get to 8, you probably wouldn't have gotten
Yeah,
ETN. So like this is a mute point most likely, but I think it's a fun point to have.
I just don't believe because I've seen it the other way where it's like well, the Saints signed a running back and the Chiefs signed a running back, so he'll just pass through him. No, I think those teams realize, like, yeah, we can't just sit on our hands and go, that guy's going to be there. And
Yeah.
ironically enough, both of them being at 8 and 9, like it just tells me there's something cooking with the Commanders at 7, and there's something like Blau comes from Detroit, who employs Gibbs. He saw what that was able to do, and you just think about like let's just think from a fun Madden perspective. Like Jeremiyah Love is lining up in the backfield with Jaden Daniels next to him. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is on the table? Everything. And so I think
Everything.
that's another added element to it. I think he's too undeniable of a player, and I love watching him, and I don't care where he goes. I'm gonna have so much fun watching him because he's one of the all-time like watches for draft
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I mean, in terms of the enjoyment that you get from
Like
watching this
that's
guy, like you smile when watching him.
yeah, and that's the part where it's like I value be damned. Like as a fan, like I just want to be able to buy that jersey.